This is a barely carried, if carried at all, Calvin Klein handbag. This same handbag I actually checked on Macy's.com, and it was originally $129, and you can get it here at Revive for $38.50.
Here we have a really sweet pair of vintage Gucci white flats. I have a lot of moms who always keep their store credit going, and they just bring in a box or whatever when they come in, and then they'll shop and with their old credit, and it just keeps rolling, and it works out nicely for them.
We try to offer the newest and latest styles in fashion that have been used in the last 2 to 3 years.
Revive Consign and Design is a women's consignment boutique. I carry all women's clothing sizes 0 through plus. The consign part is that I am a consignment shop. I take lightly used clothing from people. They have to be only 2 or 3 years old. They have to be brand name. They have to be in the season that we're in. And I look over every piece of clothing that I get. I inspect it to make sure that it's in mint condition, that it's not torn or missing any buttons, that it's freshly laundered. And then we resell it for 1/3 of what I thought it cost in the stores.
This is the Attic. It's the area's only buy, sell, trade clothing and collectibles store, which means you get cash or store credit up front for what we can sell in the store. You don't have to wait for your items to sell in order for you to get your money or store credit. Here at the Attic, we sell clothing for men and women. We're looking for styles that have been in fashion in the last 2 years, in excellent condition, and vintage clothes that mimic current styling.
At Branded, we carry anything from infant through juniors and maternity clothing. So we do young men's, juniors, women kind of, through size 16, and a lot of baby equipment and things like that. I actually have about 300 consigners already, so they keep me busy. They definitely, the great thing about Branded is that I take things all the time, so everything is constantly new. And you'll know from like my regulars who come in, they'll always see a box somewhere or boxes somewhere, and it's because I'm constantly getting in new items.
We are a high-end secondhand store. We buy and sell the latest and gently used name brand clothing such as American Eagle, Abercrombie, Hollister, Victoria's Secret, Seven for All Mankind, Juicy Couture, things of that nature. They would come in, bring in all their stuff, we would go through it, pick out the items that we think would sell, and tag it, put it on our shelves.
When I opened Revive, I wanted it to be very clean. I didn't want it to be cluttered. I wanted to take all of the good finds of thrift stores like Goodwill and Salvation Army, but I wanted it to be very organized and very clean, and I wanted to know where I was getting the clothing from. I wanted to make sure all the clothing was top-notch, and people come in here and sometimes they don't even realize that it's secondhand, and that was my goal. I wanted it to be, you know, I wanted people to feel like they're shopping in the mall, and I wanted them to feel like they're shopping in a boutique. And when they're coming in here and they're realizing that they can get a White House Black Market top for, you know, $14, $15 instead of spending $79, $89, then they're just realizing the benefits.
The Attic is a very unique clothing and collectibles store. We're looking for young and modern styles. We're definitely not your mom's consignment store. We don't do professional wear or anything that's too conservative. We're looking for stuff that you could wear out on a date or for casual and club wear. Most of our customers are in high school and college, but then you have a lot of people my age, in your 30s and 40s, who are looking for just more casual and club wear, not stuff that they would really wear to the office.
I do infant through children's, and then I do teen clothing too. My teen is definitely a big seller. partially because I vow to never have anything in my store that I would even be embarrassed to put on my children. so I make an effort to make sure that it's current styles and that kids actually want to shop here and parents want to shop here. It makes me feel really good when a teenage girl comes out of here with an Abercrombie bag full of Abercrombie or Hollister clothes, and she's really excited about it, and her parents can actually afford it.
70% of our clientele is teens and 20-somethings. We do carry stuff for men. We carry stuff for children as well, and youth stuff, especially the Abercrombie and Hollister. Sizes from 5T up through 14 and 16T as well, and then you jump into the women's size 0, and then that continues. They continue through size 16. As a matter of fact, prom season's coming up. We just started taking prom dresses on consignment. The way we do that is you bring in the prom dresses, fill out a form. We'll hang them on our racks and consign them until June 1st, when pretty much prom season is over.
To go into a consignment shop and hunt around and find a perfect outfit, maybe a limited top with a gap bottom that you didn't just pull off a mannequin in one of these stores is, I think more fulfilling, and especially when you go to the register and you can get, sometimes 3 times the amount of what you would normally get in a mall store, then, you should be pretty proud of yourself for making that choice.
Shopping at stores like the Attic, secondhand shopping, is great for the environment. I don't think a lot of people really realize the environmental impact that the manufacturing and the purchasing of new clothing has. For instance, did you know that one t-shirt, it actually takes 1/3 of a pound of pesticides just to make one cotton t-shirt, and that about 8 to 10% of all the landfills in the United States are filled with textile waste. So go into your nearest consignment store or buy-sell trade store and get yourself a brand new wardrobe. First, you're going to help the environment and you're going to save money.
I see a lot of benefits to consignment shopping. I personally like to put my son in brand name items. I have a baby Gap fixation, and they're really expensive. It's $40 for a pair of jeans. So I like consignment for myself and for my family because I like good quality clothing, and I definitely like to put my son in that. I like to shop local, so I like that most consignment shops are locally owned.
I personally think that the Lehigh Valley area has one of the best vintage, consignment, and thrifting communities out there. We have a huge selection of thrift stores here in the Lehigh Valley where you can get stuff super cheap, like from $1/4 to $1. And then you have a lot of high quality consignment stores. And of course, if you have kids, there's a ton of great consignment stores out there for children. And since they're gonna outgrow it in a year, I think it's a great way to go.
When you come into a place like this, you're making your own outfits. You're putting a limited shirt with a pair of Gap pants, and you're hunting around for it, and it's just a lot more fun.
Coming up next, models hit the runway for a good cause. Lehigh Valley Mirror has some of the best advertising rates around. You can get a 30-second ad like this for just $50 when you sign up for one of our packages. You'll also get an ad on our website and logo in our weekly newsletter. All of that goes to a potential audience of over 100,000 people. Advertise with us and reach our unique audience of television viewers, web users, and mobile abusers. Contact us today to learn more about our affordable rate packages. Visit us where Lehigh Valley Mirror began, online at LVmirror.com. Check out our archive of fun and exciting videos about area restaurants, shops, events, local happenings, and more. See what's coming up on our calendar page and read our fun weekly comic strip. Also, see exclusive content that's not in the show at LVmirror.com. It reflects us.
Hi everybody, I'm Jamie Kay and this is Save the Kales, a new half-hour vegan cooking show airing exclusively on RCN. Here I'm going to teach you that plant-based meals can be delicious, inexpensive, and full of ingredients you are already familiar with. So join us here this May for Save the Kales on RCN. We're making the world a kinder place, one recipe at a time.
The Lehigh Valley Coalition for Organ and Tissue Donation provides local support for families of donors and organ and tissue recipients and works to educate the public.
The fashion show, roughly we have 13 people, 8 women, 5 men. Mostly all of them are organ donor recipients, heart, kidneys, lungs, all the above combination, as well as organ donor families. They are people who have lost a loved one, and that loved one went along and donated part of them to somebody else after they had passed away.
Sangria will be donating the space. We will be donating the entire restaurant for the day of the fashion show. It's just something we like to do to give back to our community.
Sangria is on the bottom floor. It has windows all around to see the outside in. There's a patio outside so people can stand outside. The models will come down the one side of the restaurant, go towards the back at the long runway part, turn around and go back out by the bar. The chamber has graciously allowed us to use their offices that day for the models so they can change and have the hair and makeup applied. So yeah, I mean, both have really been behind the show.
Several local shops are generously donating goods or services for the Fashion for Life event. Boutique To Go, located on 19th Street in Allentown's West End Theater District, is providing fashionable accessories such as jewelry and handbags from hot designers. La Femme Boutique, which recently opened on Tillman Street in Allentown's West End, will outfit the fashion show's female participants in elegant evening wear.
You sure will see some of our gowns being worn by members who have received organs as well as provided organs, or someone close to them has been a recipient. It really affected me a few years ago when I had the opportunity to be at a table with about 15 members who all were organ donor recipients. And I was the only one sitting at that table that was living with all my own organs, and came to realize that everyone sitting there would not have been alive had it not been for the grace of someone else.
Other supporters include New York Urban of downtown Allentown, which will provide menswear for the event. Hair by Escandalo, a South Bethlehem salon, is providing hair and makeup services. Step In For More, a West Allentown shop, will supply chic footwear. And Blink Optical, also in Allentown's West End, will provide fashionable eyewear.
I was an organ donor recipient at 19. My mother, Stephanie, gave me the kidney when I was 19. That lasted 15 years. I was in on dialysis for 3.5 years, and I received a second kidney in November of 2007. So it's a personal issue for me as well as everyone else in the coalition.
Roughly 6,000 people are on waiting lists for organ and tissue donation in Pennsylvania.
If people felt that day that they were so moved to become an organ donor right at that moment outside today, I'm sure we can help them out. But really, we'd love to give them information, and hopefully they can go home, and there's a website that they can go on to become an organ donor that day. So that's really what we're hoping for.
Thanks for taking a tour of fashion on this month's Lehigh Valley Mirror. Check us out online for more exclusive content at LVmirror.com. And don't forget to find us on Facebook and Twitter. Join us again next month. Lehigh Valley Mirror. See it, live it.